Thank you all for being here. You're going to hear some noise. It is windy here. We are roughly about between 70 and 80 mile an hour winds. So you're going to hear some noise, and there we go. So thank you all for coming for Inside the Yarn Studio episode 5. So anyway, how are you all doing? I hope you can hear me. I'm trying a little bit of something different. Got a little lapel mic. But before we get started, I wanted to do something here. And we're going to go ahead and do it. There we go. Sam, it is bad out there. It is, oh my gosh, it's bad. The wind is bad. Not only that, it is very, we have a dust storm going on. Go figure. And I want to welcome all the new people who just got memberships. And before I even go any further, I want to thank all you guys for being here. I want to thank all my new subscribers and my returning subscribers. I want to thank you all for just being here. You guys are what makes us who we are. Let's see. Let me go over here. I'm going to look at my monitor so I can say hello to people. But, oh my gosh, there we go. And there's Heidi, hi, and Joanne, and Manuela, and Sam, of course. Good. Oh, well, I'm going to do this for Sam, just because I want to. Where we go, there we go, and there we go. And Cecilia, how are you doing? And Irma. Hi, Lori. Sorry, I was outside. I was just outside checking on our fence. And there's Jill. I was just checking on our fence to make sure. We lost only a few pickets, which is great, considering 80 mile an hour winds, and it's coming from, hold on, north, east, west. Wait, north, east, south. Yeah, the west. And our backyard is the west. And it only blew off two pickets, and of course we lost a gate. It's in shambles. But that, with 80 mile an hour winds, what do you expect with a wooden fence, you know? Yeah, batten down the hatches. I had to shut the door in here. Normally when I go live on my, if Panda's not home and I go live on my Friday live, I'll leave the door to this room open. And, because you can see my shirts that I use. Those are my YouTube shirts. But our garage door is right there too. So you hear the garage door just battling away, and it's just too much noise. And hi, Tony. Hi, everybody that came in. Oh, thank you, Sam. And congratulations, Sherry, on 6 months, and Cecilia on 7. And Jill Fiberfloozy on 3 months. Now, I have a few things I want to show. I've gotten a few things done. Of course, last week came out, Saddleback came out. And I'm sorry about these lights. It's so dark, I have to turn these ones on. So that way we can have some light in here. Normally I'd open the window, but it is brown outside, so there's no light coming in. So, but last week hi Jan, hi Frizzy, and Gordon. I finished the saddleback, got the saddleback out, and it came out gorgeous. It is a thick, heavy blanket. It is very thick. It is very heavy. Like, just look how thick that is, you know. That is a very thick, heavy, warm blanket. Great for one of those very cold nights. I just wanted to do it, you know. Ooh, Sam's been a member for 9 months. Awesome. Hi, Tracy and Sherry. So that one got done. It is a yarn eater. So if you have a lot of yarn that you want to get ooh, 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 rid of, like scraps, you can use that. That is perfect. It doesn't matter your color. I just use those colors because Panda, uh, his brother's father-in-law, we were making blankets for them, and his favorite colors are blues. And so I use the Big Twist Pool Time and the blue. I don't have it over here. Gosh darn it, the blue speckle or speckled blues. I don't. I think it's blues speckled. And I just put them together and was like, okay, that he wanted a blue bank. He likes blues, so we'll do that. And I was like, well, I had this idea I wanted to do. I've always wanted to do nothing but front post crochets, or Tunisian front post crochets on a blanket. So I was like, well, let me just do it. Plus, that's where I had that. I was hurting really bad because we were very, very, very cold. So I was like, I need something to keep my mind busy, and that worked wonders. Now, the other thing I finished, which will come out not, well, of course, not today, but next. I hold on one second. Sorry, I was outside and I got dust in my nose and my mouth. Um, and I had to take a shower. I mean, you step out there, you got to take a shower. You just feel dirty. Uh, Hi, doggy, and Coley and Christy. Um, that'll come out next Friday, or well, a week from today. It's a new blanket. It's a baby blanket. I was going to do it as a wrap, but the more I kept working on it, the more it kept screaming baby blanket. Hi, sugar. So I turned it into a baby blanket, and it is done in the Big Twist Menagerie Rosy Moth. It is a lightweight. It's a 3. This stuff is really good to work with. This this batch, like I believe the Vortex are made in India. I know this is made in India, and I believe, hi Ivy, sweetie, and Kimberly. I believe the Vortex and this was made in India. It's the paper that tells it. Plus, it says made in India. But this stuff is really, really great to work with. I am surprised at how well it is awesome to work with. The next project I'm already working on the design. The design for what I'm working on next, I'm trying to, it's going to be a certain style I want it to be a wrap. It is, what did I name it? Snakes in the Garden. Because I am using the Big Twist Menagerie Chameleon colorway. I've got like 20 of these. So I want to use some of these in that. And it's hard to describe how I want it to look. I have it written down how I want it to look, and now I just got to throw what stitches I want in it. I already know one stitch I want in it. I just got to throw the rest of that I want in it and make it work. Now, what is coming out Friday, a week from today, what is that date? I don't know. The 21st is, hi Sandy, sweetheart. Hi Lana. It's Bethlehem. And it is a baby blanket. Let me see if I can get up without knocking anything over. Normally I put my computer chair here, but anyway, it's a lacy blanket. I'm trying to find the camera. I'm not used to this, but it's a lacy V-stitch. It's called the Lace Wave, and it's got the knotted ridge on both sides, and I think it frames. Let me see if I can get up. I'm gonna take my mic off. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. It has the knotted ridge at the beginning and the end, and I love the way the knotted ridge looks on with this. It's framed. Now ignore these because that's the repeats. I still haven't written that much down yet. Uh, what? Sorry. Oh, I'm not. I'm on my phone, and normally I have it vertical. This time I did it horizontal because I finally found a phone holder to where I could do. I don't have to do them vertical. I can do them horizontal now. It can actually move, and it's a tablet holder. That's what I'm using. But it has repeats, and I wanted to know how many repeats for whenever I write because the pattern is 90% written. So when this goes out, the pattern will go out on our Etsy store, Panda's Etsy store. And speaking of the Etsy store, I don't want to put that on the floor. Speaking of the Etsy store, Monday, the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, there is, it's either 20 or 25%, I don't remember, off on the Ireland blanket pattern. St. Patrick's Day, might as well do the Ireland pattern, and it was that pattern for that blanket will come out on next Friday. It's a very easy repeated pattern, and I'm still working on the pattern for Saddleback. The next pattern for, what is it called again? Snakes in the Garden. Sorry, I had to look at my list. I have so many names in my head. Oh my gosh. Do you think any company will pick up Big Twist? I love that yarn. I don't know. That all depends on the company that bought Joann's, and if they see value in selling that to another company. Hopefully, we don't know. You know, um, just don't know. Uh, the next thing I'm going to be working on, like I said, is Snakes in the Garden. And there's reasons why I'm naming it that. Mainly because this looks like to me, it just screams garden. It screams a garden, flowers, you know. So, and then there's a stitch I've always wanted to use that kind of looks like a snake. And then I'm throwing a few other lacy stitches in there. That one will be a bit of a harder pattern to do. And then after that, well, it's going to be blanket season, year for me. So I'm going to be doing a lot of blankets. And I know spring's coming up. I know fall or summer, but, a lot of Tunisian anyway is thick fabric. So we never really know. I really hope, Gordon, I mean, everybody I've talked to, because I've made some phone calls this past week up to the new corporate office, because they pretty much carried over everybody who was already working for Joann's, and they don't know. Every bit of information I ever get about Joann's is from them. I don't get it from, I get it from the horse's mouth. So every bit of information I always get is from the horse's mouth. It's not secondhand. It's not third hand or anything. I know people up there. Hi, Anna. And see, Anna, I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago. Because whenever I first got this, I was like, oh, Snakes in the Garden. Because I was working on, I don't remember what I was working on now. A blanket? No, who knows? Oh, I was working on the Ireland, and I was watching. It's a show from AMC, Turn, and it was, and their theme song is "Snakes in the Garden," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that fits perfect for whatever I'm going to make out of this." So that's what I'm naming it. So that's what it's that. And then I found out like a week or two ago when I was just digging around and saw that it's the year of the snake, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Even though I was wanting to name it that for another. Another reason. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, one sec. Tracy, I'm the same way. Well, they sent me a lot of this. That's Menagerie behind me. I got Menagerie down here. All the Menagerie I have on all the Vortex, which this is only 30% of the Vortex I have. They sent me, but in the closet over here, and there's actually totes right here, and there's a lot of totes in the garage. We did panic buy because, well, it's going to be gone, and I love working with Big Twist. And Manuela, yes, you can do cables. I do plan on doing some stuff with cables. There's this colorway I have of course, it's Big Twist. It's the beige, and oh my God, I love it. I have a vision for something in cables in this. And I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be a sweater or a cardigan. I'm not 100% sure. But it's going to be one of those two. Yeah, and see, and that I'm sorry about that, Jill. I wish they would have, like, I got these. Uh, they sent those to me before Christmas, and I couldn't show them because like they always did. You know, whenever they came out with Supernova, I had it 2 months before it hit the shelves, before they even said anything about it, and I couldn't show it off. And then 2 weeks before it hit the shelves, they're like, "Oh, go ahead," you know. So I did. You know, let y'all see what's coming. And as a person with a wool allergy, I was like, you know, maybe because it doesn't bother me, maybe people with wool allergies could use it. And Divergent, I have a raglan sweater planned, but with everything I want to do this year, it's actually moved to next year. There's some things I want to do this year. Well, there's a lot of things that I want to do this year, but next year there's going to be two major Tunisian crochet alongs. I am doing two, and they're big. Hi, Melissa and everybody. Hi, Charles. Charles. Um, Hi, Cal, and everybody that came in that I've missed. I'm sorry. But yes, two major crochet alongs next year. And I had to move them to 2026 just because I don't have the time this year to do them. Well, there's besides what I want to do and get out this year, there's other issues behind the scenes. You know, everybody knows Panda has a bad back. We're not 100% positive of what's going to happen with that. He doesn't get in to see the neurologist until November, so we have no idea. And I didn't want to throw something big yet until we know what is going to happen on that aspect. And the only reason it's taken that long to get into the neurologist is because that is one of the best here in where we live. It's one of the best in the Texas Panhandle. So I want him to see this guy. I don't want him to, you know, take a mediocre person. I've worked with this surgeon. I know the surgeon's work. I know he's good. So we're sticking with that November appointment. So I don't really know what is going to happen this year on that aspect. So I didn't want to do something big yet. I've already got it designed. The two things designed. Oh, thank you, Charles. I'll let him know. He's at work right now. Um, well, the crochet, the first one is going to be real easy. It's a blanket, but it's going to be done differently than anybody that I have ever seen because I don't want to rehash certain things that people do. That's me. You know, I don't want to rehash what other people do. What this blanket is going to be done differently, but easy. It is very beginner friendly, but there's going to be some color changes involved. There's going to be stitches thrown in there that, well, I have done before, and if I haven't done them yet, they will be done before the blanket, because it is, like I said, it's a blanket, and it's going to start at the first part of the year of 2026. Then the second, what I have planned, I just need to be able to find what I want to do. It's a Christmas tree skirt for our next crochet along towards the end of the year. And however, it's not going to be made how it, people want to normally make it, because we're going to make it in kind of triangle sections, and you're going to be able to do your own little scene in each one. It's going to be more kind of whimsical, if that makes sense. And because you know me, I don't like to do in the norm. If make it whimsical, make it fun, and it's still going to be easy. They're just going to have to pay attention to numbers. Other than that, it's going to be easy and fun. And yes, it's going to require stitching or sewing it together. But that's, I think with the way I've designed it, it's just going to be fun and whimsical. Like, I like whimsical stuff. I don't like the plain boring, oh, let's get a red Christmas tree skirt. No, or green or whatever you want to call it. I like it to, and plus you can create something specific for your house, for your home. And that's why I kind of wanted to go with the Christmas tree skirt aspect. One second. So, and I see. I don't think, like, I don't know. People call me that all the time, and I don't. It feels weird because you've got bigger, better people out there, in my honest opinion. Like T.L. Yarn Crafts, Donna Wolf from Nastasia. She's great. They're both great. Just I like to show different aspects of Tunisian crochet with all the different stitches. And yes, there's some viral stitches out there, but they don't show you how to do them. Well, I'm going to show you how to do them. I'm going to tell you how to do them. Just like the what is it called? The double full stitch. I had that planned months ago, or for months down the road to do, because it's such a simple thing. I was like, oh, I could do it later. I didn't expect, for it to go viral on, TikTok and well, here. So I was like, well, people don't know how to do this. I've gotten in questions. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. Might as well push it up. And that's how everything went the way it went. And that stitch came out 2 weeks ago. The emerald stitch that came out last week, I wasn't planning on doing for a while either. But, I was like, well, I don't want to do anything too complicated right now. So I just put it out. It's not complicated. This next week's stitch is going to be the wave, the lace wave. It is a 4-row repeat, 15 stitch repeat on top of that, but it is easy. All it is just really, there is no new stitches involved. It is the simple stitch, but you create the pattern by where and how you do the simple stitch 2 together and the yarn overs. Sometimes you're going to yarn over before you simple stitch 2 together, or you're going to yarn over after you simple stitch 2 together. That's all it is. It is very simple. I know a lot of people want me to go live more. It's complicated for me. I don't know when I'm going to be hurting and not hurting, and when my nerve pain syndrome is kicking my rear end. I am literally sitting right behind where my camera's at right now. That's my desk area. I'm sitting there crocheting because that keeps my mind off of my pain. Hi, Karen, and hi, Sandy. And no, Sandy, I have not done Tunisian with blanket yarn. I try to stay away from the bulky stuff just because I really don't like it. We have blanket yarn, It's in Panda's room, or Panda's computer room. We have a lot of it, but I'm not a fan of it. Now, in the very beginning of my channel, I did make a playpen pad with the Posh, which um, came out really thick. I liked it. It's soft, but I'm not a fan of the thick stuff. Hey, Lynn. Um, but yeah, so I wouldn't mind. I mean, I do have some plans for some bulky stuff. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it feels in my hands. I just the way it feels in my hands. I just don't like it. Um, Same with like a one weight. I really don't like working with one or two weights just because of the way it feels in my hands. Not because of anything else. It's just the way that it feels in my hands. I don't really like it. Date night, the wrap was a two weight. Yes, it looks gorgeous. It really, like the stitch patterns that I came up with, it really accentuates the stitches, but I'm just not a fan of it. And I have quite a bit of two weight, and I think let me look. Give me one sec. I got to Google something. Oh, helps if I type it in right? Big twist, boho. I think that is a one weight. Oh, you son of a gun! You had to do that, didn't you? And I know it's super fine. So yes, and I have a mess ton of that stuff. So it's a one weight, super fine, and it's 80% acrylic, 15 wool, 5% mohair. So I have some plans for that stuff too, but that's going to be a little bit because I don't like working with that smaller stuff. It doesn't hurt my hands. I, I'm I'm used to doing a lot of micro surgeries, so my hands it doesn't hurt my hands. Um, I just don't I just don't like working with the. I'm blind, as y'all. Well, I'm not blind, but I'm supposed to be wearing those. I'm supposed to wear glasses, but I normally don't. If I'm around the house, I don't wear my glasses. If I leave, I do. But that finer stuff, I have to wear my glasses, and I don't like it. Um, Thick play pin pad. And that's what Jan, because my sister-in-law, Panda sister, had a baby July. It was July. She's a July 4th baby, so every time the fireworks go off, she thinks it's for her. Um, I want to say about 2 years ago, and they had my mother-in-law was watching her, and the playpen was a little hard for her, so we found the Posh, and I just made a pad, literally like a playpen soft plaid for it. Yes, exactly, Sam, and that's why it takes a while. Um, okay, Irma, be safe. It does take a while to make a lot of things into it is slow. It is slow building because if you look, um, I can't see anything here. For a standard row of double crochet, just on an average, it takes 2 to 3 rows of Tunisian crochet to equal 1 row of double crochet. And we've already done a forward and back pass for each row, where with 1 row double crochet, you just do it once and then you turn your work and you're building on top of that. Well, Tunisian just takes longer to build. So that's why I'm kind of trying to find myself some time by, doing these yarn inside the yarn studios. Well, I can continue making stuff. Now next, all the blankets and stuff I'm going to be doing, I of course give the stitch pattern. I'm going to be we didn't know this. Me and Panda had no clue, of course, about doing like the what is those things? I'm trying to think what it's called. The gauge, telling you how the gauge is. Blankets, I normally don't tell people the gauge because it's adjustable to you. You know, there's certain things. If it's going to be size dependent, then yes, I will do a gauge. But if it's not size dependent, there won't be a gauge. Now I will tell you how much yarn I did use. Now everybody's tension is different, so you may use more and more or less. You may use a bigger needle or smaller. I use 6.5 for most of my 6.5 millimeter for most of my stuff, where a lot of people don't. They use, they'll use the 2 up from what the yarn specifies. I think once you understand and can do Tunisian proficient, I can't even talk, because as soon as you can do Tunisian proficiently, I think you should be able to drop it down to your favorite yarn, needle size. It's not it's just a review for the Posh Jan, because it just came out and I was like, well, it wasn't actually a tutorial. It's just really a review for the Tosh. So I made, or the Posh yarn, or Big Twist Posh. That's all it was. Do you think you're able to do your? If you could do interlock, and you can learn the base, the stitches that are involved in the Ireland blanket, which is the smock stitch, that is the most hardest stitch for a lot of people to understand. I personally don't understand. I don't know why, but the smock stitch is kind of hard for people to understand to do. But if you can do the smock stitch, the knit stitch, simple stitch, and the twist, not the simple twisted stitch, but the twist stitch, you can do the Ireland blanket. It is that easy. Now, if you can't do the smock spot stitch area, you can change it to the honeycomb. And all the honeycomb is alternating simple stitch and purl stitch. Panda, God bless his soul, couldn't understand how to do the smock stitch. He's making the Ireland blanket, but instead of the smock stitch section, he just put the honeycomb, and it still looks great. Oh, Charles, thank you. But I do plan on doing a tutorial. I know people have done tutorials on interlock. I just haven't done one, because interlock is going. I need to do one soon, because I want to take advantage of my editing software, because I want to be able to put all the base 5 stitches into, I guess you want to call it a course. I've been, and I still got to refilm a couple of them and then get them back out, because I want to do like a course, and I want to walk people through the basics of Tunisian. Interlock is a base of Tunisian because it's just a simple stitch, and it teaches you join as you go. That I really think is a big thing that people need to learn. I should have done. Here we are a year later, and I still haven't taught it. But I want to take advantage of my green screen stuff that comes in my editing software that I use, and I want to make it easy. I don't know. I mean, oh, sugar, yes. The door is closed right now because it is very windy, and you can hear the garage door rattling through and we have a metal, like, you can hear the actual up and down garage door rattling, even though we have a huge metal garage door that comes into the house. you could hear it. It is loud. We have an 80-mile-an-hour wind, so I had to shut this door so that way you wouldn't hear it. Jan. But I do have, like I said, it is the. I'm going to be doing a lot of blankets. I do understand that, like I said, spring, summer. I'm going to have a few summer projects. I'm going to have a few spring projects, but I have so many blanket ideas that if I don't get off my board, it's going to eat me up inside. So there's going to be a lot of blankets, and it is a. I understand that you know, people aren't going to do it in the summer. However, because Panda mentioned the same thing. I said, yes, I understand it'll be summer here, but in the southern hemisphere, it's winter. You know, they're still going to want to do it. Aw, thank you, Coley and Manuela. I do have the tutorial for the smock stitch. It's going to be one of the first. I have to go to my. Come on. And of course, now the internet wants to go slow. It's going to be one of the very first videos. I'm going to see if I can get it for you. Oh my gosh, Michael, how many? I should have done this a lot easier way, but I didn't. I know what it's going to look like. Extended, no, no, no. Oh, and it was well before that. So next. I do have a plan for, I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. I don't know if I want it to be a shawl, and I don't know if I want it to be a wrap, because like I said on my Saturday live, my, oh wait, am I close? No, I'm not close. Wait. Should be right here. There it is. And there you go. That is for the smock stitch I just put out for you, Joanne. Yeah, and sugar, it really does erase clean. The dry erase board does erase very clean, because when I have it open, the vent for the heater is right. Hey, Dumpy, is right above it. So you would think that, okay, it would bake, you know, dry it off and put it on there permanently. But no, it erases clean and has no ghosting. That's what I'm looking for. Um, Sugar. Hey, Jen, sweetheart. No, thank you, hon. Hey, Carson. Um, but no, oh my gosh, what was it called? What was I talking about? Hey, Kitty, it was there's something I want to do. I don't know if I want to do it as a shawl or a wrap, because each one expresses differently. The reason why I've done a few wraps and I have some wraps planned is because wraps will express what I want to express better than a shawl. Now, one thing I do want to turn into a shawl, um, and it's the Bunny Meadows. Oh yeah, I went to bed early, Dumpy. I was up for like almost 40 hours, and because I was hurting, so I really I went to bed really early. Finally got some sleep. I was trying to bust that out too, plus or the Bethlehem. I was trying to bust it out, plus try to stay awake. So that really didn't work out well. So I finished it this morning. I just couldn't sleep. Thank you. Yeah, I try not to pay any attention to my numbers just because it really anxiety wise. So, um, hi Chris K. Hi Elaine. Yeah, I we we literally went from 80 degrees one day down to 30 the next. So that was really hurting me. So I stayed up. I couldn't sleep. My pain syndrome, no matter, even though they turned on the leads for my right leg, it wasn't helping as much as it should have. So, I'm the type that they tell you, oh, during your worst days, turn it up as much as you need to. I'm not that type. I don't want my body to get used to it. And next thing you know, it's not working, yada, yada, yada. Same with, all pain meds. Hi, Brenda. Um, but one thing I do want to turn into a shawl, and that's Bunny Meadows, the blanket that I did. I want to turn it into um, a shawl. It just the stitch counts of where I'm trying to fit everything together. It's a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be, but you know. Oh, Manuela, thank you. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, oh my gosh. Amber. Oh, Carson, he's seen this. He's seen the closet because this closet that's usually behind where I would sit and sometimes broadcast from is stacked full of yarn. Most of that is 99, I'd say more 90% is Big Twist. The remaining 10% is Hirschner's because there are some Hirschner's. I've been slowly transitioning to Hirschner's. Panda wanted some stuff, so we got it in Hirschner's. Um, sorry about the noise. Now, Panda had an idea for his sister. He wanted to do a blanket for his sister, and she's a big Green Bay fan. So we got him the Hirschner's MVP 4-weight in the Green Bay Packers colors. Panda doesn't really have. He does have a YouTube channel, but he rarely broadcasts from it. Barely does anything on it. Sometimes he'll play his video games on it and scare himself to half to death. So he does, and it's Pandemonium Express. So, but I do want to reiterate on March 17th, which is Monday. It's either 20 or 25% off on the Ireland pattern just for that day only. And I'll do a post again. Yeah, Panda is my husband. Yeah, he is a hoot. I mean, we've been together for 23 years. If he wasn't, we got something going on. Oh, Sherry, yeah, yeah. He had ideas he wanted to do the Packers, but we couldn't get the colors we wanted in Big Twist. And I was like, then I remembered Hirschner's had the MVP packs. And then so we looked, and then, I was like, oh my gosh, they got the Green Bay Packer colors for you. There you go. And then we got the black so he could do the border. He's in love with doing the honeycomb stitch. Like he loves the honeycomb stitch, which is fine. He loves the texture it creates, and he loves it. So I'm like, hey, you found what you like, go for it, And then he wants me to sit down with him and teach him my process of how I throw stitches together. Um, I, so I want to teach him. He wants me to teach him how to do the process that I come through about throwing stitches together to make a pattern, which that's going to be hard to do, but I'll tell him how I do it. because I visualize everything before I make it. Which Hirschner's yarns do you like? I like the Hirschner's brand yarn itself, and it's 4 weight. That, of course, that's my favorite. But I like the Hirschner's brand itself because I love the center pull. I wish Big Twist. We can. I can grab it if you want me. If you can, Don P. Yeah, thank you. But I love the Hirschner center pull. I wish Big Twist would have done that. And let me tell you, if you are, that's the only thing I don't like about the menagerie is digging for the the center, because you pull out a yarn barf and oh my gosh, that's the only thing. And that's the only complaint I have about this menagerie is you got to finger it and hopefully pull it out. Um, he does, Carson. He does Tunisian. He does both, but ever since I started my YouTube channel a year and some change ago, he's been doing nothing but Tunisian crochet. A lot of it, like for me, say Amber, is I don't know. I crochet in my head. I can crochet something in my head, and oh, it is Pi Day, huh? I didn't realize that. But I can crochet in my head, and I've used a yarn genie. I don't really like them. Because since I'm really here doing all my crochet and filming and everything, I just don't have I just don't like them. That's just me. I just don't really like yarn genies. Now I have used a makeshift yarn genie at times. What was I using? Some yarn I was using. Oh, it's for the something I still have to finish and put on the channel. A mother's gift. That's what it's called. A mother's gift. Every day to me just runs together. Every day just is like one big old day lately. A mother's gift. I was using the Premier gradient cakes, and I did a makeshift one. I went out and it was like $5 at Walmart and in the discount aisle, and it was a paper towel holder, one of those, and it had a really heavy base, and it worked great. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, Charles, and we want to get some of that. I I want to say it was like 2 months ago when I went to Walmart and I always have a habit when if I go to Walmart, I'm looking at the discount aisle or the clearance aisle because sometimes you can find yarn in there. Like I found uh, those red heart the little skein red hearts that they have in the package, uh, uh, crochet beginner kits or whatever. I found those for like $5 each, and I grabbed two for me and two for Panda. What I use, my two, I use for tutorial stitches, the stitch tutorials. He's using in amigurumi stuff because he's having fun with that amigurumi stuff. Me not. I don't. I've tried amigurumi. It's just not my thing. You mean this color, Amber? Oh wait, there we go. And oh, that's toffee. Camel's in the closet. But yeah, of course I have them. I have I have a minimum of 10 of every color they have. I may have a little bit more because whenever I buy for specific projects. When on the board, I already have what colors I have them down. Let the camel out of the closet. I may have. It's either going to be there or it's going to be in one of the many, many, many totes that are in the garage. So I'm not 100% positive. What, like I know this. I already have. I have plans for those with. Wasn't the toffee? It's a lighter one. It's on the board. I can't tell. Um, yeah. I don't remember what color. Beige. Wasn't a beige, but it's close to beige. It's in between the camel and tan that they have, and I can't remember what they call. I think they called it beige. Maybe I don't know. Um, a yarn genie is a thing that where you can put yarn similar to this. It sticks and it hangs. It has like a the stick goes in the middle, and then so you can pull it on the outside and it just twists on you or turns on you. What was that now? I had a feeling you would have some. Yeah, what Jen Reeves said. Oh, Kitty, like a lot of this, that's Hirschner's, or some of this is Hirschner's, but a lot of this is, hey Jan, Big Twist, and a lot of it was sent to me. A lot of it was sent to me by Joanne's corporation. Um, Now the little knickknacks that are up here, like these little vases, Karen H made those for me. There's some adult froggies uh, right here. Of course, Panda's always got to be here. Miss C made that. Um, Frizzy B made the bee. That was one of my mom's first angels she ever got when she started collecting angels. So after she passed away, I got to get that angel. She got another angel over here, and then there's Tony. Panda says it's creepy, but there's this favorite Indian doll my mom has that's here that she loved. All right, have a great day, Jen, and be safe, sweetheart. And then, yeah, most of my, about 90% of my yarn I was sent. What I had to buy, of course I bought. Hirschner's I bought. But Big Twist, I don't know why. They contacted me literally after my blanket was shown on by Crystal Bag a Day. She showed the blanket, and literally they contacted me via email, and we started a working partnership in a way. I became an affiliate. They were trying to work on a sponsorship program, and that all for YouTubers. They have a sponsorship program for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but not for YouTubers. And we were working on that. March 1st, technically, I was supposed to become the Big Twist brand ambassador. But of course, we all know what happened there. The contract was signed and everything was ready to go. But it had a bankruptcy clause, which nobody's faulting them for that. In the bankruptcy clause, I got the email January 16th at 10 in the morning, 10:15 actually, when they said, hey, we have to enact the bankruptcy clause. This is before they announced the bankruptcy. And I'm like, okay. So I knew. And then 2 hours later, they announced the bankruptcy. But such is life, right? It may happen for a reason. But during that time that everything was going up before the bankruptcy, I was getting all this free. I was getting yarn. I mean, oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. And then it got to where it was starting to get, okay, this is a lot. But with the verbal agreement, I can't get rid of any of it. I have to use it. I can't send it to people. and that agreement still stands, unfortunately. Kitty, to become an affiliate with other companies, they have an affiliate link. You can Google, like, I know, like Ofire, a lot of the hook companies, like Ofire and Furls, I believe, have affiliate links where you just sign up for them and then it takes you. What else? And then Hirschner's, you got to have a certain number of subscribers. I do hit that threshold for them. A lot of people don't. But I hit that threshold for Hirschner's, but I don't want to do any more affiliate stuff. I'm still waiting for Joann's to pay out 6 months worth of affiliate link usage. So that's probably, that's burning me out on the whole affiliate thing. I don't want to be sponsored. I wouldn't mind it, don't get me wrong, but I don't want my hands to be tied into saying what I don't want to say. Hey. Hi VJ, I'm about to you go on in about in about 30 minutes, don't you, VJ? But I don't want to be linked or because a lot of these sponsorships, they require you to, hey Karen, say what they want you to say, and I don't want to be linked to that. I want to say the truth. You know, if I'm going to tell, I've even told Big Twist, told you on Big Twist stuff that, hey, this yarn sucks. Okay, we'll send people. I'll send everybody over there here in a minute when we get ready to end it. Let me, yeah. But come on. Where we go? So that's why I haven't, and I will not do a sponsorship thing because of that. Could be. I don't want to be forced to say something I don't want to say. And we're going to go there, and then we're going to pin. Aha! Yeah, my first time I ever pinned anything. But I just don't want to be forced into saying stuff that I don't want to say. So I will never do a sponsorship unless they allow me to be vocal about it. Because, you know, some of these yarns are just poop. Some of them are poop. And sometimes they don't allow you to say what you want to say. And I'm not going to say, oh, go get this yarn because I like it. And when I really don't, no. I was about to curse. Sorry. But yes. Hi, everybody coming in. Oh, thank you, Charlie. And yes, you know, like the thumbs do help us. As Don P said, the thumbs and you guys just commenting, that helps us a lot, you know, especially on any video. If you get, you know, comment and give the thumbs up, those help videos a lot. Now, the way my stuff works, on my channel, it's different for everybody else. A video that I made last week is the video going out that is being pushed. Being pushed this week. My channel is always a week behind for some reason, and it's been that way. So I know how mine is. Some people's literally they go as soon as they put it out, it goes off. Yeah, copy and sharing the link also really helps too. It helps the algorithm, and the algorithm is, of course, our friend and our enemy. Nobody truly knows how to play the algorithm. Now, I do catchy titles because it's not clickbait. You know, I don't do, for a tutorial, I don't think that's clickbait if you do a catchy title. Like, oh, this is 100% easy to stitch. It is. You know, I'm not saying anything like, you know, some of these other niches where they'll suck you in by, oh my gosh, check this amazing electronic out, and then you pull it up, and it's a 1920 or 19, oh my gosh, Michael, 1980s Nintendo. So, yeah. But anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much. Oh, about what Sherry just said about Lion Brand. Panda had so much issues with the Lion Brand Pound of Love. He's like, Lion Brand will not ever enter this house. That's what he says. I've never touched it, so I don't know. Yeah, our friend Algorithm. But I want to thank you all for coming in and watching and being here for the hour. In 45 minutes, VJ goes live. The link I did pin for her, and so you can head over there. And you know, she's great. I love VJ to death. I love how, you know, she's not one of those that shows her work. She shows everybody else's work, and I love that. I don't know. I just love that, and it's FO Friday at that, because hey, it's Friday. But I need to go see if any more of my fence fell down because of the wind. So I want to thank you all for being here. And remember, can you talk? March 17th, the St. Patrick's Day sale, one day only, and it will be for the Ireland, and it's either 20 or 25%. I don't remember what he said it at. I think it's 25, but 20 or 25%. Still going to be under $2. And then Friday, Bethlehem, which is a baby blanket, will come out. So thank you all again, and I will see y'all on the streets. And Monday's stitch tutorial, it will be the lace wave, and it is nothing but simple stitches. It's just how you do it. So thank you all, love you all, and have a great day, and keep stitching.